Hello and welcome back, virtual pilots, to another Tennshadow video. Today we are in lesson 4 of the IFR series by FS Academy. This one is going to be similar to lesson 3, it looks like, except we're going to be in a aircraft with a G1000 cockpit. So we're going to get a little taste of modern aviation. From the last video, you could tell, I was kind of confused and I sort of got what they were teaching. So we'll see how we do on this one. Let's get going.
Modern aircraft are typically fitted with more advanced avionics than what we saw in the Cessna 152. The Cessna 172 is fitted with the Garmin G1000, which helps bring light aircraft into the modern era and makes IFR flight simpler. Let's explore the main instrumentation differences with regards to instrument flight. Rather than information being displayed on separate dials, the Glass Cockpit brings your information into one place on the primary flying display, the PFD. The typical scan pattern remains, with attitude at the centre, airspeed on the left, heading below, and altitude on the right. Further right of the altimeter is the VSI. Nav radios are at the top left, and communications radios at the top right. First we'll look at setting the Seaford VOR. Seaford VOR is frequency 117.0, which is found on the chart and is set for you. You can see that Seaford is identified as Sierra Foxtrot Delta is displayed. There is no need for an audio ident. We can display the VOR needle with the PFD button, found at the bottom of the PFD screen. If not already displayed, click PFD and set bearing 1 to nav 1.
Alrighty, nav 1, there we go.
This will make the Seaford VOR appear at the bottom left of the horizontal situation indicator, the HSI, and shows the thin blue needle, which now points directly to VOR 1. In the 152, we had to adjust the OBS to center the CDI with 2 indication to set a direct course to the beacon. Here we can simply turn towards the blue bearing 1 needle, or click the center of the course barrow knob found on the right side of the PFD. Clicking will automatically set the CDI to an inbound course to the VOR. Twisting this course knob will allow you to set a desired course, shown at the top right of the HSI. Now for the ADF. Tuning the ADF is done with the ADF DME button at the bottom of the PFD. Shore NDB should be tuned for you. Frequency 332. There is no auto ident on the ADF, so the ident button has been selected to listen to the Morse code, using the ADF button in the center of the panel. Found underneath the Do Not Touch Screens label, the white light indicates that it is selected. If it isn't already selected for you, set the bearing 2 needle to ADF, again by clicking the PFD button and setting bearing 2. This shows the ADF needle working in the same way as the yellow ADF needle in the 152. Once your displays and radios are set, taxi to hold for runway 02.
Golf Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie, clear line up and take off, runway 02. Wind is calm, right turnout is approved.
Take off straight ahead and climb to an altitude of 2,000 feet.
Alright, straight ahead, 2,000 feet. Cleared on the left. And we're off. Let's get back on runway heading.
start making a right turn to heading 090.
Okie dokie. All right. Continuing our climb to 2000.
You can use the heading bug to help you maintain a heading. It's been set to 090 for you.
Oh.
For future turns, use the heading knob found at the left side of the PFD to set your desired heading.
Let's correct our
It's
issue.
important not to
There we go.
confuse the nav aid needles when flying IFR. We've set the VOR to bearing 1, the thin needle, and the ADF to bearing 2, the thicker needle. You can always hide a needle you're not using to clean your display by using the PFD button as we did earlier. Just don't forget to redisplay the needle when it comes time to use it.
And to lower myself down a
Continue
little
on
bit.
heading 090 at 2,000 feet.
Having some issues with the track hour, it just didn't feel natural.
Now please make a right-hand turn to heading 180. You can use the heading bug to help you with this.
180 we go. Okay.
Now we're established on a heading of south, see that the bearing 2 needle's tail is being pulled around just like it was on the Cessna 152's yellow ADF.
Bearing 2, which one is that's the big one?
Now make a right-hand turn to heading 240.
Okay, 240. Right.
Flying on this heading of 240 will demonstrate how the head of the needle is pushed away from your heading.
So I have 2 arrows on here, 2 blue arrows. So one's nav 1 and one's the AFD, I assume. I'm not sure.
Now make another right-hand turn directly to the showroom NDB. You do this by turning towards the head of the blue bearing 2 needle.
Yep.
We're going to be leaving showroom again on a radial of 030.
Looks like we're doing pretty much the same thing we were doing the last one, just in a G1000 aircraft. Right, so line up there with this blue needle. Things looking good, I think. Trying to keep on straight as I can on that thicker blue needle.
Now we're reaching the NDB start a rate 1 turn to the right to heading 030. You'll see the ADF needle move quickly as we're close to the beacon, but don't chase the needle, just ensure an accurate turn to heading 030.
All right, we're there. Now it's behind us, because we just passed the airport.
Once accurately established on heading 030, look at the ADF needle. The tail of the needle will be pulling towards your heading. If the tail is over to the left of centre, fly to the right of 030 to pull it over. If the tail is to the right, fly to the left of 030 to pull it that way. Intercept and follow the 030 radial for a short while.
Alrighty, think I got it. This takes a lot of concentration, so be prepared. Not a whole lot of sightseeing I can do. Like I normally would like to throw in some scenery shots in these, but nope. Gotta pay attention, otherwise I'm gonna do something stupid. If I click on the heading button, it should sync it. There we go. All right, looks good, I think.
Tracking to a VOR with the G1000 is easier than ever. Rather than setting an OBS, simply click the course barrow knob on the right side of the PFD to automatically center the CDI on the inbound course to the VOR. Click it now and see it center at roughly 125 degrees. Watch how the CDI bar moves as you continue flying ahead.
Wrong one. Whoops. I was clicking the wrong thing.
Now click the course knob again to recenter the CDI and make a right-hand turn to track directly to Seaford VOR.
Okay, here we go.
Roll out on your heading towards Seaford and consider recentering the CDI again.
That's a cool trick. I like that.
To demonstrate using the CDI, make a right turn to heading 180.
Okay, 180.
Roll out on heading 180 and watch the CDI bar.
I'm watching it. Starting to move away.
Now that we're flying south, you can see the CDI bar moving to the left, indicating that you should fly left to regain your course.
All right.
Center the CDI again and turn towards Seaford.
All right, guys, if you don't have the captions on, I highly recommend it, because during some of my other videos, I'd kind of be trying to pay attention to what I was doing. I wasn't listening to all the things he was saying. So this seems to help doing that. So all right, so we'll recenter again. Oh, got a little high there. I think I like this better than in the G1000 than I do the analog. Everything's kind of right there in your face on one screen, but maybe because I'm used to tube liners. It's like we're about 9.2 nautical miles from the station. Sun's in our eyes again. Hiding a little bit by the sun.
Tracking directly to the VOR
or the clouds
using the course knob.
Okay.
Now let's try intercepting a particular radial, which will be the course of 130. Set course 130 using the course knob and turn left to a heading of 070 to begin our interception.
All right, so making that left turn to 070. Trying to keep track on my altitude. Speed's looking good.
Intercept heading, you should start to see the CDI bar returning to center.
A little bit, yep. Okay.
As the CDI becomes almost back to center, turn to heading 130 to maintain our course.
130 we go. All right, 130 it is. We'll center the arrow again. Let's take a quick peek out the window. 5.4 miles. I think. Yep. 5.4. Doing a much better job with the altitude and everything today, or on this one, so awesome.
So far we've tried tracking directly to a VOR and intercepting a radial inbound. Next we'll try to intercept a radial outbound.
Okay.
With the Glass Cockpit, we don't need to consider to or from indications, just set the course you wish to fly. With the bearing needles, it makes the transition period between tracking in and tracking out easier, as we can pre-select our next radial, but still follow the bearing needle in towards the beacon. For now, keep tracking the course 130. Alright, now we're getting close to the VOR. Pre-select your outbound radial of a course of 180, but for the time being keep tracking to the VOR station using the bearing needle.
Okay. Not really sure what he means using the bearing needle. I may have missed a step. Okay, not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. Sync our heading bug. Raise back up here. Our altitude's slipping. So we're about a mile from the airport for the VOR.
Now that we've very nearly reached Seaford VOR, turn right now onto a heading of 180, which will get us to leave on the 180 radial.
Okay, making our turn. All right, 180. Assume we need to center. Oop. He didn't ask us to do that, so mistake. Don't click it, kids. Whew. Got some ships out there today. All right, so what's next, sir? Am I done? Did I pass? Did I fail? Because I'm not following anything. Anything? Hello? Can I get something? Like I'm doing it wrong? You're dumb? Something?
Six and a half hours later.
I'm gonna fly back towards it, because I don't know what I did wrong. Oh boy, I don't know what I did wrong. Sucks. We'll go back to the shore and VOR, and then we will turn around, see if it triggers something. There's times like this, I wish it would actually tell you what you did wrong or give you hints. It does for altitude and everything like that, but nothing else.
Well done, that's this lesson complete. Now you've tried tracking to and from NDBs, VORs, and intercepting particular radials with both analog and glass instruments. Continue flying if you wish, or press escape to exit.
Okay then, I have no idea what I did wrong. I decided just to turn around because he didn't say nothing and flew back towards the VOR, and there you go, I passed. So no clue. Yeah, I'm a little confused on what I did wrong. I'm probably going to fly this again, but I'm not going to remake the video on it. So anyways, thanks so much. We'll catch you on the next one.